All right, the truck's over there. We just got that bobcat taken care of. And right here at the very last one, TS-85. Finally made contact, guys. Finally. This is the 4th check. And that's a little bitty one. That's just a little bitty one. But even the little bitty ones can bust up your pond dam. So we're gonna get him taken care of, and we're gonna move on to the next. We got several more that we've got to check out on the other side. Several snares and stuff, some 330s, turning into a great Monday. All right, wanted to point out a bit of a foot catch this TS-85 did. Man, I love TS-85s. They get so high on the foot, wouldn't know where that one was getting out. And I pulled well, I ain't gonna say I did it exactly like him because I'm not as good as him, but I gave all of these TS-85s 8 or 10 foot of cable so they could move from the water to the bank, right? And that's what Dale Billingsley does, and that's what I wanted to try and do, and it worked perfectly. This beaver was pretty chill. He did not destroy the run, and he was able to move from the water back to the bank, and it worked out great. So we're gonna get this reset, and we are gonna move on to the other side. I do have one snare that I need to check down here at the bottom of the dam, and then we're just gonna leave this area. I was gonna pull some stuff today, but we are just gonna leave it as is. We're not touching nothing. We're gonna get out of here as fast as possible and see what happens. All right, we are at the 15-acre pond, and we are having to re-strategize because these things are being ornery. The dam is out that direction. Okay, I have not set this side of the bank heavily where there's only one set over here. I've not set this side of the bank on purpose because I wanted to give them some space to where they felt like things were still normal. Apparently I have spooked these beavers, and I have only caught one, and I've been here a week, and we know good and well there's more than one beaver in here, and it was a small beaver. So I'm coming over here. First of all, on the dam, I rearranged some of my traps. I blended in everything as good as I could to make sure nothing stood out. I'm going to go on a 48-hour check. In Alabama, you can go 48 hours without checking your sets. And that is what I'm going to do to lower the amount of traffic that there is coming out here. If these beavers are out here, I mean, this pond's out in the middle of nowhere. And if they go from no real noise, no continuous visits, to all of a sudden a loud truck rolling across their dam every day, they can get skittish. So they haven't visited that dam as much, hardly at all. And the one that did come, I caught him, and I haven't seen any fresh sign besides that one catch. So they're using another part of this pond, and that's the hard thing about trapping ponds, guys. I mean, they, especially big ones, they could be anywhere. They could be anywhere. Creeks, they're narrow. There's runs. You can set them here. It's been difficult. But like I said, we are going to set this side of the pond now. I've not set this side except for one set, and it's in a very back corner. I still need to check it. I ain't checked it today. But right here, we have a very active slick. You can see it right there, going right down into the water. And they are using that pretty frequently. Okay. And they're going back and forth right here. This is the most heavily used spot but they're going back and forth. I'm gonna see if I can kind of block this off and force them down to this one spot with some of this deadfall that's back here. This kind of stuff, I'm gonna try and set it up to where they're only gonna come in that one spot. And I'm gonna put a 330 right there in the water. In Alabama, you can't have any beaver traps on land. They have to all be in the water. So I'm gonna set up a 330 right there in the water and try and funnel these beavers into that 330. And I'm gonna go on the 48-hour check, like I said. And I'm just gonna try and let these guys calm down. It's gonna be, this isn't a whack them and you're done in 2 days like I hoped it would be. I believe these beavers done got smart with me. So, but I have not had a single miss, so we still have that in our favor. They just know something's up, but they don't know what's up. And then that one beaver that I caught him in a foot trap, and I had plenty of cable on there, so he was able to swim out in the pond, come back up on the bank. He was able to really go as he wanted to. So the other beavers, I don't think were that spooked by him being caught. But we can see that they come over here pretty regular. Show y'all this. I'm gonna utilize some of these. Oh, see here. My phone is soaking wet because I got caught in the rain. Okay, you see all them sticks right there. So this is where they're feeding at, okay? They're coming over here and they're feeding. I'm gonna use some of these to stand up my 330 over here. And then oh man, my camera's messed up. 1 second, guys. So I got caught in a big rainstorm a second ago. I've had to change my shirt and pants and everything, still soaking wet, and my phone's wet. So my phone's, you know, a bunch of buttons are being touched by all that water. Anyways, I'm gonna set this. Something else I want to point out: all this greenery right here, all those leaves right there in the water. That is where they're feeding. They're coming up here and they're getting these limbs and then bringing them down here and they're feeding right here. Again, there's more chewed up sticks right there in the water. So this is a good corner that they're using. And we are just gonna try and quietly set this one set over here. I'm probably gonna put a caster back here because I want him to come check this out. Even though he's already coming over here, I wanna be sure he comes to this trap. And I'd like it to be a mature beaver this time, not a small one. And if I do a caster, maybe a little one won't come over here. Anyway, I'm gonna get it all blocked off and set up, and then I'll bring y'all back for it. All right, so we've got this blocked off, okay? It ain't impenetrable. We're just trying to put up barriers, right? Just trying to put up barriers. And I've also left one spot right over there with nothing, just in case he does come up over there. Nothing suspicious is happening. He may wander up here and come back down this way. Maybe a bad idea. Maybe I should put something over there too, but for right now, I'm not. So my 330 is right here. And something I wish I would have done is I wish I would have turned it, because the trigger is on the outside instead of the inside. Now, it's only about 2 inches difference, but that's 2 more inches that beaver can come up into here, into this set, without and be more committed to the set, and the trap can spring on him. Versus right there, it's gonna get him right behind the head. So I have caught beavers like that before, but I wish I would have noticed it and turned it around, but we're gonna leave it as is now. I went ahead and took the time to pack grass around the springs, okay? Don't really have to have dive sticks right here because it's not completely under the water, but I did that so to blend it in as much as I could. As far as lure, and I want to say the main reason I'm doing lure is because I'm hoping that this will pull an adult beaver over here versus a small beaver, a yearling. I'm hoping that a mature beaver will come over here and smell this caster that I put out and come over here looking for a fight. So this is the caster stick that I've put up. You can see that I took my pocket knife and I scraped bark off all the way around it to show some of that green. I've even got a fresh little stick propped up back here, some leaves already hanging to try and entice him to come up here. And for lure, I'm using Down South Trappers again. I'm using their Southern Steel Beaver Predator. It's just a heavy caster type bait. And we're gonna see how it does. And I'm thinking that this is gonna work, guys. I really am. You can overthink this kind of stuff, so I'm trying not to overthink it. And I'm just gonna let it hunt. But I will say that I'm trying to figure out if I should block off this spot over here too. It's not as heavy as a used trail. This is the main trail right here, the main slide that they're using to go up that hill. I'm probably just gonna leave it as is and not overthink it. But maybe, hopefully, we'll have a beaver in that trap when we come back. And like I said, we're going on a 48-hour check just to decrease the amount of noise that I'm making over here. So that's gonna be the end of this one. Let me know what y'all think in the comments if that's gonna catch anything. All right, I'm gonna tack this on to the video that I just made with that previous set. So the pond is out here. The pier is to the left. That 330 set we just made is to the left. The 330 set that we put in the other day in the channel had a turtle in it. We just let him go. But when I got back here, this is the smaller dam, right? This is the newest and smallest one. But when I got back here, it was repaired. Now this is the freshest sign that I've seen since I've started trapping. I'm not sure which direction they came in here to dam this, but they did repair it, and they've put fresh mud all the way around. All the way around. That's where I broke it last time. So I'm taking this to document, and I'm gonna break it again, and I'm gonna see what it looks like in 2 days when I come back. So I'm gonna tack this on to the 330 video I just made. I would put in some sets right here, but I'm running out of time. I only have a 4-hour window to work on this property. So I'm gonna break this again. And then when I come back in 2 days, we'll see what it looks like. But that right there is fresh mud all the way around. And I didn't do none of that wallowing right there. I came up the channel right here that I was hoping that they would come up, but a turtle was in my set. And I'm not going to reset that 330 because I don't want to catch another turtle. But man. All right, we're going to break these dams and then we're going to ease out of here.